Welcome back to The Bright Side. Tomorrow we're going to be talking to the founder of the probiotic industry, Natasha Trenev, author of Probiotics, Nature's Internal Healers. She is referred to as the mother of probiotics. She was one of the first gals to bring probiotics and good bacteria to the attention of the public, and we're going to have a nice discussion about good bacteria and probiotics tomorrow with Natasha Trenev. And we'll also continue talking about skin health. We're talking about hyaluronic acid, the all-around skin and connective tissue building molecule. As we've said, hyaluronic acid traps water. It's electrically charged. It stabilizes the outside part of a cell, the stuff that the cell is sitting in, the so-called cell matrix. It's involved in feeding cells. It's involved in detoxifying cells. It helps cells divide correctly. It's important for healing and strengthening, and it helps protect against excess sugar. This stuff is amazing, and it's 100% non-toxic, and it's pretty darn cheap, too. As a supplement, you can get it in cartilage products if you want to get it from foods. Bone soup is a good source of hyaluronic acid. All this is to say HA, or hyaluronic acid, is super important stuff. But if you're going to get the benefits of hyaluronic acid, at least as a supplement, you got to make sure it gets into the blood through the digestive system, and of course that means the importance of digestive health. As it turns out, hyaluronic acid is also important for helping build the gut. So if you're one of the millions of Americans dealing with leaky gut syndrome, hyaluronic acid can be helpful for you too. This is why the glucogel caps are so important for building the gut lining, building the connective tissue in the digestive tract. The glucogel caps don't contain hyaluronic acid directly, but because glucosamine is a precursor, a component of hyaluronic acid, by making sure you're getting enough glucosamine, you can build your own hyaluronic acid. We can improve connective tissue and hyaluronic acid content in the skin using topical skincare, not necessarily by putting hyaluronic acid directly on the skin. That's not going to help build hyaluronic acid. If you put the stuff on top of the skin, you may get some softening, some moisturizing effects. Last week, or a couple weeks ago, we talked about a product that's being advertised on TV that contains the stuff, hyaluronic acid, HA. By the way, it's hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is found in skincare products, but that doesn't mean you're going to get the benefit of the stuff by rubbing it on your skin. You may get some moisturizing effects, but you're not going to be able to build your own HA by just rubbing it on the surface of the skin. You got to get underneath the surface. This is one of the key misunderstandings, and one of the most important things to understand about skincare is you have to get past the surface. The very tippy top of the skin is made up of a fingernail-like substance, a hard fingernail-like substance, and for the most part, you're not going to be able to bypass that fingernail-like substance unless you use some clever strategies. We'll talk about one of those here in a minute. You can also make sure you're using fatty vitamin C and fatty vitamin A, or retinol or retinoic acid. Both of these have an ability to bypass the stratum corneum, that surface barrier. This is why these two ingredients are so darn important. And after 30 plus years of being in the skincare business, what I've realized is these are the two most important, maybe even the two only ingredients you need to have beautiful skin from a topical perspective: retinol and fatty vitamin C, and also alpha hydroxy acids, which will allow you to bypass that stratum corneum. Alpha hydroxy acids, you may have heard the term glycolic acid and lactic acid. These are two ingredients that can help sort of shake up that fingernail-like surface, at least on the molecular level, and stimulate the production of hyaluronic acid and collagen and various substances in the skin. Alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic acid, lactic acid, vitamin C, and retinol, the three most important ingredients for skincare. If you want to check out some vitamin C products and some retinol-containing products, go to my website, truthtreatments.com. You'll find 4 very powerful products, 3 of which feature vitamin C, and 1 of which features retinol with vitamin C. That's truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. So once you get past the stratum corneum, the surface barrier, the thin fingernail-like surface on the top, you get into the epidermis, and then you get into the good stuff, the connective tissue. 90% of the skin is this connective tissue. And this is the stuff we look at when we think our skin is thin, or we think we're getting wrinkles or fine lines, or when you look at an older person's skin as opposed to a younger person's skin. Most of the difference is in this lower level, the connective tissue. It's called the dermis. And within this connective tissue, within this dermis, this 90% of the skin that's located underneath the surface, you have cells called fibroblasts. And these are the holy grail of skincare. The fibroblasts. Fibroblasts, as the name implies, are cells that make fibros or fibers, especially collagen fibers. And understanding how to access the fibroblasts is the key to having beautiful skin from a topical perspective. If you're buying your products, your skin health products, skincare products in a department store or salon or on the internet, the chances are pretty darn good you're not accessing your fibroblasts. The only way to do it is with super high concentrations, and I mean really high concentrations of fatty vitamin C, of retinol or retinoic acid, and then perhaps alpha hydroxy acids or glycolic acid or lactic acid. This is what makes these three ingredients so important. They turn on the fibroblast, and there are very little. In fact, I don't know of any topical ingredients that you can apply on the surface of the skin that will actually access those fibroblasts. There are some peptide ingredients. We've talked about peptides in the past that will do it, but for the most part, you're talking vitamin C, vitamin A, and then alpha hydroxy acids, which don't directly access the fibroblasts, but turn them on. You want less wrinkles? You want more collagen? You want stronger connective tissue? Then you want to be stimulating the production of anti-wrinkle fibers. You want to be stimulating the production of collagen and ultimately stimulating the production of HA, hyaluronic acid, from the fibroblasts. And that's where retinol comes in, fatty vitamin C, and alpha hydroxy acids like glycolic acid. As far as HA goes, hyaluronic acid itself will turn on collagen production. We'll continue this discussion when we come back from our break and take your phone calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our...
National crisis is here, and most people are not ready. If you could not leave home, how well would you fare? We've been told for years to have a supply of food stored, but the reasons may be different than you think. Infectious disease, domestic terrorism, and government regulations can and will prevent you from going to the store. If you've ever considered getting a supply of food, now is the time. Call Go Foods at 1-800-648-9753 or on the web at www.storefoodnow.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237. Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
It's absolutely heartbreaking. All over America, people are suffering from issues related to angina pain, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, irregular heartbeat, clogged arteries, and high cholesterol. Can you live your life free from sickness, pain, and fear, and experience your body's healing itself? Look to Heart and Body Extract, an all-natural supplement that aids ailing bodies. It is an exclusive formula of wild-crafted and organic herbs. End the pain without all the side effects of prescription drugs. People 20 years younger will envy your vitality. Want a happier, healthier you? Then go to heartandbody.com or call toll-free 866-295-5305 for free information. Heart and Body Extract offers a lifetime guarantee with no price increase in over 14 years. What are you waiting for? Call Heart and Body now at 866-295-5305 for your free information, or go to heartandbody.com. Distributor inquiries are welcome.
Hi, Peter Vaccaro for ParanormalDate.com. Are you looking for love in all the wrong places? Now you have a chance to change that by signing up for free at ParanormalDate.com. This incredible dating site puts people of like minds together. People who are interested in the strange, the unusual, mysteries, ghosts, UFOs, and the afterlife, and so much more. ParanormalDate.com was developed for you, people seeking a viable alternative to the other dating services. You can join for free by going to ParanormalDate.com, and if you decide you like it and want to connect with people, use the code GEORGE for a substantial discount. Mark Rawlings, president of ParanormalDate.com, says so many people hunger to share their experiences about the paranormal, the unexplainable, or the afterlife, and so much more, and this is the source for them to meet and share that common interest. So sign up for free at ParanormalDate.com, ParanormalDate.com, and use the code GEORGE if you decide to connect with someone you like.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
More and more people are discovering the incredible benefits of alkalizing the body, and there's no better product for it than AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops. Packed with a powerful combination of the most alkaline minerals and compounds, just a few drops in water will rid your body of harmful waste and give you more vibrance and vigor than you've had in years. Now buy 2 bottles and get $10 off your order. Call 800-518-7615 or visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
Usually, the older one gets, the less you are able to absorb amino acids and the less you are able to repair the 100 trillion cells of your body. As a result, you'll have less energy, your tissues will shrink, and you'll become wrinkled. An older person will typically injure more easily and heal more slowly. Not fun. However, if you can consume a protein powder that is easier to absorb, then you may be able to gain back some strength, muscle, and speed of recovery. One World Whey is a highly digestible whey protein powder that may be the perfect answer for you.
My name is Errol. I'm 74 years old. You know, the taste of One World Whey is amazing. I play pickleball, and since taking One World Whey and your trace mineral supplement, I have more energy and recover faster from my working out. I used to take another grass-fed whey protein powder, but now I'm getting much better results using One World Whey.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com.
It's absolutely heartbreaking. All over America, people are suffering from issues related to angina pain, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, irregular heartbeat, clogged arteries, and high cholesterol. Can you live your life free from sickness, pain, and fear, and experience your body's healing itself? Look to Heart and Body Extract, an all-natural supplement that aids ailing bodies. It is an exclusive formula of wild-crafted and organic herbs. End the pain without all the side effects of prescription drugs. People 20 years younger will envy your vitality. Want a happier, healthier you? Then go to heartandbody.com or call toll-free 866-295-5305 for free information. Heart and Body Extract offers a lifetime guarantee with no price increase in over 14 years. What are you waiting for? Call Heart and Body now at 866-295-5305 for your free information, or go to heartandbody.com. Distributor inquiries are welcome.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. Shield. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
Many are in disbelief today after word of shocking allegations against a Minnesota-based talk syndication company known as GCN. It's claimed that they're the fourth largest talk syndication company in the U.S., making it even more scandalous that they've been accused of helping business owners expose themselves on a massive scale. Let's go live to Tom for more on this story.
It's being called the greatest exposure of our lifetime, while other business owners are beginning to step forward claiming they too exposed themselves with the help of GCN.
It's true. They're all guilty. Every last one of them. GCN helped me get the exposure my company needed, and just think, that was years ago. Today, GCN has like 700 affiliate stations and over 6 million downloads from iTunes and their website every month.
Imagine the exposure your company can get. Expose your business to the masses. Email advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. GCN.
Tomorrow we're going to talk to Natasha Trenev, author of Probiotics, Nature's Internal Healer. She's the mother of the probiotic industry, the founder of the probiotic industry. We're going to talk good bacteria in the gut, the core of the gut, the core of digestive health. Probiotics, good bacteria. Of course, you guys know I absolutely love the BioLumin Nightly Essence probiotics. Not only does the BioLumin Nightly Essence from Longevity have a huge dose of probiotic bacteria and a multiple spectrum of probiotic bacteria, but also get digestive enzymes, especially nattokinase, a really neat enzyme that's important for blood circulation and for heart health, all in one supplement. We talked to Troy Opperly, who formulated the product a couple of weeks ago, and he said he put the two together because he didn't want to take a bunch of supplements, so he formulated the two, digestive enzymes, nattokinase, and probiotics into one supplement, and now you can take advantage of this very complete nutritional supplement. Head over to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can purchase the products right at the website. You can also call the phone team at 866-735-2470. All right, so we're talking HA, hyaluronic acid. The best way to get hyaluronic acid or upregulate hyaluronic acid in your body is to eat hyaluronic acid containing foods, and topically at least to use retinol and fatty vitamin C and alpha hydroxy acids. One thing that's not going to affect your hyaluronic acid levels are these silicone water gels. Skincare companies and formulators love silicone. Silicone gives products a really interesting feel. Silicone's got an electrical charge on it, and from a molecular standpoint, when you rub your finger along silicone, you're actually creating a magnetic effect where your finger is sort of rising, at least from a microscopic standpoint, rising off of your skin very, very slightly, and that gives the products, the silicone-containing products, a sort of cushiony feel. And it feels really neat, especially on thin skin under the eyes. You'll find silicone in almost all eye cream products. And sometimes skincare manufacturers will make products that are mostly silicone. Why? Because it feels good, not because it does anything for your skin. Last week we kind of deconstructed a product, or 2 weeks ago we deconstructed a product from Neutrogena. I don't like talking too much about products unless they're really egregiously nasty and rude to consumers. This one I felt was, so we talked about that. If you have a skincare product that's supposedly a moisturizing product or supposedly an anti-aging product, or supposedly it's going to stimulate anti-aging fibers, but all it is silicone and water, that's a ripoff. That's not very nice. And I know the product we talked about a couple weeks ago isn't very expensive, but still, it's not nice. It's dirty pool. Silicone does absolutely nothing from a chemistry perspective on the skin. It's inert, literally. It feels good, but it's inert. It's an electrical substance, and from a molecular standpoint, as you rub your finger against it, this electrical reaction that occurs between the silicones on your product, on the product you just applied, magnetically repels the electrons, the electrical nature of your finger, and the net result is this velvety, cushiony feel. Unfortunately, as pleasant as that is, it tells you nothing about the effect a product is having on the skin, and the unscrupulous nature of skincare companies allows them to exploit the fact that consumers like the feel. They find the feel of the product so attractive that they stick silicone everywhere. By the way, silicones you can always tell silicones on an ingredient deck, and be an ingredient deck reader on foods and in skincare. Anything you interface with, food or internally or topically, you want to be an ingredient deck reader, and you can always tell a silicone by the ending, the suffix ONE, own, dimethicone, cyclomethicone, aminodimethicone. ONE tells you you're dealing with a silicone. Now, sometimes skincare companies will get clever and they'll call their silicones siloxanes. And siloxane, polysiloxane, you'll see often, siloxane. That's just another way of saying silicone. So silicones or siloxane, cyclomethicone, and dimethicone are the two biggies. They have absolutely no effect on the skin except for the feel. The product we talked about a couple weeks ago is 90% water, 5 or 6, maybe even up to 7 or 8, 9% silicone. That's almost 100% of the product is silicone and water. And they marketed it, by the way, as an HA product, a high hyaluronic acid product. Whenever you feel a product on the skin, you get that kind of glide, that kind of slip. You're dealing with silicone. You're not doing anything. And skincare companies love it because it's a win-win. For one thing, silicone's inert, so the manufacturer doesn't have to worry about side effects or allergies or irritation. Nobody's going to have a reaction to silicone. It's inert. And it's cheap. Really cheap. Many silicones will cost you a couple bucks. It costs, not you, but it costs the skincare companies a couple of dollars a gallon. And number two, it's a win-win because consumers have been conditioned, hypnotized into believing that the feel of a product means a change has occurred on the skin. This is the biggest misunderstanding in all of skincare. The idea that the feel of the product means something has happened to the skin. When you put a product in your skin and then you feel your skin, you're feeling product, not skin. This is a hypnotic trance we're under. We feel the product and we go, oh, I'm moisturized. No, you're not moisturized. You're slickerized. You've put a slick something on the surface of the skin, an oil or a silicone. When you feel your product on the skin, when you feel something on the skin, whether it's soft and velvety and nice and cushiony and slick, which we think is moisturization, you're feeling product on the skin, not the skin. If you really want to upregulate moisture factors, hyaluronic acid, collagen on the skin, what we want to be doing is turning on the production of these things. And there's lots of ways to do it. Hyaluronic acid breakdown, by the way, is a classic sign of aging, the shriveling and shrinking of our bodies, whether it occurs on the surface in the skin or whether it occurs internally in terms of the bones and the connective tissue in our blood vessels. All of these are classic signs of aging, which all means that upregulating hyaluronic acid is super duper mega anti-aging. It's how we are meant to anti-age our skin. You guys begin to see why I'm in love with hyaluronic acid as far as a skincare ingredient goes. Problem is, just because an ingredient, hyaluronic acid, is in the skin and just because it's an important part of the tissue doesn't mean you can apply the HA on the skin and create a change. I remember a few years ago there was a skincare marketer who was aware that women were beginning to understand what collagen was. And he put out a product, the skincare company put out a product that had collagen in it. And everybody thought, oh, well, it has collagen in it, so it must be good for my collagen. And then pretty soon you saw lots of products with collagen. This was the late 70s and early 1980s when we really didn't understand a lot about the skin. Believe it or not, we didn't really understand a lot about the skin until the 1980s, late 1980s and 1990s. So by the 1979, 1980, 1981, we really didn't have a good idea about what the skin was, at least from a topical skincare perspective. Skincare science was just beginning. And so people were bamboozled into believing by putting collagen on top of your skin, you were going to somehow create a change in your collagen. Isn't going to happen, never could happen. Likewise with hyaluronic acid. So what do? How do you upregulate hyaluronic acid? Well, that's where skin exercise comes in. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, and we'll talk about it a lot tomorrow. We're coming back with your phone calls right after this. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. Tomorrow we're going to talk probiotic health, and we'll also continue talking about skin health and hyaluronic acid and using alpha hydroxy acid, skin exercise. We'll get you some techniques for how you can actually apply some of these alpha hydroxy acid skin exercise strategies. AHAs, alpha hydroxy acids. Most women have heard about alpha hydroxy acids. They've been in the news in the skincare world now for going on 25 years. First came out somewhere in the early 1990s. I'll tell you what, if anybody can tell me the first product, call 844-236-6010. Tell me the first product that had alpha hydroxy acids in it from a consumer standpoint. First over-the-counter consumer product. I'll get you a free jug of Beyond Tank. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll send you out a free jar of one of my True Serum products, or True Treatment products, your choice, except for the retinol. One of the 3 vitamin C products off TrueTreatments.com. Call 844-236-6010. Whoever can tell me the first alpha hydroxy acid consumer product that came out on the marketplace. All right, time to hit our phones. Karen in Florida, you've been on hold forever, for almost an hour. What's going on? How you doing?
Yes, hello, it's Karen.
Hey, Karen.
I was diagnosed a year ago on July 4th with a disease called essential thrombocytosis.
So wait a minute. Say that again. Okay. Essential. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Thrombocytosis.
Thrombocytosis. You sure it wasn't thrombocythemia?
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. I'm just teasing you. Basically, what you're talking about is your cells are dividing like crazy.
Yeah.
Your not cells, but your platelets are dividing like crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was found during a gallbladder surgery.
Well, hang on. Let's talk about this for a moment, okay? Because I'm going to talk common sense to you, because you sound like a smart lady. You know, the medical model wants us to be confused. Essential thrombocytosis. Oh, my God. What the heck is that? Essential thrombocytosis. That's right. It sounds weird. It sounds like I can't even pronounce it. What the heck is it? All it means is your platelets are going crazy. The word essential, whenever you hear the word essential as in essential hypertension, sometimes you'll hear. Whenever you hear the word essential before a disease state, what the doctor's telling you is we don't know what causes it. It's just part of your nature. It's how you are. Okay. That's right. That's what essential means. Oh, I don't know what the heck's causing it. It's essential. It's just part of how you are. You know, that's what they say when they don't know what's causing something. All right. Well, I'm telling you what's causing it. What do platelets do? Platelets are wound healers. All right. They seal things up. So clearly, your body thinks it needs to seal something up. All right? You following me? There's breakdown in the body. This is what's occurring inside the body. The platelets are being proliferating like crazy because your body's trying to heal something.
Okay.
You with me? So what you got to do, ma'am, if you want to take care of this problem, is you don't stop the thrombocytosis. You don't shut the platelets down. You figure out why the body thinks it has to produce so many platelets. So here's what you need to do. You need to look for symptoms, look for signs, and usually they're going to involve the digestive system. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So when something gets into the body, when I say that into the body, I mean into the blood, through the digestive tract, over time, the body begins to initiate a defensive response. And as that defensive response, as the defensive responses accumulate over time, the body begins to break down. And it can happen in the blood vessels. Typically, it's going to happen inside the blood or inside the blood vessels. So what you want to do is you want to stop the stream of toxicity that's entering into the blood through the digestive system first and foremost. Are you with me?
Okay. Yes,
okay? That means look for digestive symptoms: constipation, diarrhea, bloating, gas, heartburn, sense of fullness after meals, nausea, queasiness, any of these things. Sound familiar, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that a yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. So if you know that you have these things, you're halfway there. Some people don't even know they have these problems. So then they got to find them. You're halfway there if you know you have these problems. Then you want to link those up to foods, those digestive symptoms up to foods, do a food diary where you write everything down, and then it'll begin to eliminate problem foods. At the same time as you're doing this, you're now going to have to start to build the body back up again. So you're going to attack this or approach this from 2 angles. Number 1, eliminating the stream of toxicity that's coming in through foods. And number 2, start to build the body back up again, beginning with the digestive tract. Get on the Biolumin Nightly Essence and the Fucoid Z. 3 capsules of each in the morning, 3 capsules of each at night. Make sure you're on the Healthy Start Pack. You might want to throw in the glucogel caps. Do 2 or 3 of those a couple times a day. And probably a good idea to use your Ultimate Enzymes after meals. And then make sure you're using a little bit of apple cider vinegar with your meals as well. And I say after meals. You could do it with the meals or before the meal. Somewhere during your meal, do your ultimate enzymes and some apple cider vinegar. And the apple cider vinegar is especially effective after meals because it'll shut down your appetite. Now, and then you're going to want to start to build. Then you're going to want to start to use protein to build the body back up again. And the best source of protein for somebody who's got some kind of digestive compromise is going to be bone soup or bone broth, where you take a chicken, drop it in a pot, turn it into soup, put something acidic in the water to help dissolve the cartilage. I like apple cider vinegar, but some people like lemon or lime. Something that's a tomato, something that's acidic will help dissolve that cartilage. And now all that stuff is going to go into the liquid. And as you're drinking your soup, you're going to be drinking a bone-building, body-building, easy-to-absorb protein beverage, if you will, or drink. Make sure you're using an organic chicken or organic, hormone-free, antibiotic-free chicken because all that stuff's coming out in the water as you're drinking. When you're doing your glucogel caps and your bone soup, make sure you're sipping on some Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Vitamin C is required for helping build things up. And then we've been talking about hyaluronic acid. You may want to try a hyaluronic acid supplement, about 100 milligrams a day. You may also want to try liquid silica gel, about a teaspoon of that a day. All of these have building properties, and that's what you're looking at. Start to build the body back up again. Remove the stream of toxicity that's getting into the body. Use all the nutritional supplements we talked about, and you should start to notice some improvement. Hope that helps. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Okay. No, that's about it.
Good deal. There you go. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it. All right. Let's move on to, let's go to Chuck in Idaho. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Ben. How you doing?
Doing good.
Good. Hey, I appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a couple of things going on, but one, I've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's. It was like 8 years ago.
Okay.
Took them forever to figure out what it was, which it's so common. I don't know why.
It's so common. It's not difficult at all. Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease. Usually affects women, so you're one of the lucky guys, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Who gets it? So I'm just teasing. In any case,
I know.
You're looking at an autoimmune problem. Whenever you hear the word autoimmune, the operative word or operative part of the word is immune. Immune means defense. An autoimmune issue is a defensive issue. The body's protecting itself. Something is getting into the blood that the body feels is the enemy. And this enemy, it's a food usually, obviously it's getting in through the digestive system, cross-reacts with the thyroid. So what you want to do is you want to, same as we were talking about with Karen, you want to look for problem foods. And by that I mean foods that cause digestive distress. Your hypothyroid symptoms will subside if you fast. So you can, obviously have to eat, but if you fast for a day or two, do a Suero V cleanse. It's a good idea for everybody to be doing a Suero V cleanse once a month. That's where you get the Suero V product, from brightsideben.com or criticalhealthnews.com or pharmacistben.com. Order the Suero V Gold or whatever Suero V you like and do half a bottle every hour for 12-hour day and do it, or 12 hours, so it'd be 6 bottles a day, and do it maybe 2 or 3 days if you can, at least one day, and you'll notice an improvement. So work on the digestive system and then maybe do a fast or two. Hang tight, Chuck, because I'm going to give you a couple more ideas here for helping strengthen the digestive system. This is true, by the way, for all the listeners. This is true for all autoimmune issues. So hang tight. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away. All right, we're back on The Bright Side talking to Chuck in Idaho. Chuck, so hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's thyroid, very common, as you said. First thing on all autoimmune issues is focus on digestive health. The way an autoimmune disease gets initiated is something gets into the blood, the body reacts against that substance, and then organs in the body, which from the immune system molecular perspective, it all looks the same. Your thyroid looks like hamburger or soy or something you've eaten from a molecular perspective, so there's cross reactions that occur. That's autoimmunity. So for autoimmune issues, you want to help the digestive system process foods and build up the gut lining and eliminate problem foods. All autoimmune issues, including the thyroid. Now, a lot of folks will tell you to take iodine. You probably heard take iodine for hypothyroidism, right? That doesn't. Right, anybody who tells you that doesn't understand how the body works. Mm-hmm. If your thyroid is messed up, how's iodine going to help? Iodine helps thyroid hormone work, but it doesn't help the thyroid work. The thyroid, the gland, the system is when it's broken down, you can take all the iodine you want. It's not going to necessarily repair your thyroid, although it may make the hormone work a little bit better. Not that iodine's not important, it's super important, but just not necessarily curative for hypothyroidism, especially Hashimoto's. So focus on digestive health. I know I say it all the time, and I hope people aren't tuning out. You know, I hope this isn't going in one ear and out the other. It's so darn important. Now, another thing, thyroid hormone is activated in the gut. So aside from the fact that you have an autoimmune, that when you have Hashimoto's and an autoimmune issues, your gut is breaking down, thyroid hormone itself requires the probiotics and good bacteria for its activation. So make sure you're using your Biolumin Nightly Essence, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night. Make sure you're using fiber and living foods, juices. If you have a Vitamix, that's awesome. Start juicing celery juice and cabbage, or celery and cabbage. Sprouts, and do vegetable juices, these live juices, making sure you keep the fiber. All of this will help nurture the bacteria in the gut so that they can proliferate and live long, healthy lives for bacteria, whatever that is. And then make sure you're avoiding contact with anything that kills those bacteria. Chlorine, fluoride, and certainly antibiotics will all do that. Slow, deep breathing can help. There's a very important relationship between the adrenal glands and the thyroid. So when you're hyperadrenal, when you're freaked out, when you got lots of cortisol going on and you got a stressful lifestyle and you're running on adrenal energy, eventually the thyroid will slow down and that will compound the problem. So making sure that you're working with the adrenal glands and calming the body down, activating the relaxation, rest, and digest nervous system. Salt, Celtic sea salt, is tremendous for the adrenal glands. Making sure you're doing a little salt. You probably crave salt. Most folks with hypothyroidism do crave salt. Most folks crave salt, but especially if you have hypothyroid issues. So get yourself some Celtic sea salt. You know what that is, Chuck?
I haven't heard of the Celtic part of it.
Celtic sea salt you can find on the internet or in a health food store. Put a 1/4 teaspoonful in water, or a little bit more if you like, and then sip on that water. Great for the adrenal glands. Also, vitamin C and zinc are 2 very important nutrients for the adrenal glands. Vitamin B12 is important for the whole body, but especially for the adrenals and for the thyroid. You may want to consider B12 injections. And of course, the Healthy Start Pack, sipping slowly on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine throughout the day. All right, got a lot of stuff you could do there, Chuck, but nobody has to have hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, or otherwise, and nobody has to have an autoimmune problem. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. Do you have any tips on how to actually wean yourself off of, like, see, I'm taking Synthroid and Armor because...
So Synthroid and Armor, are they helping you, Chuck?
Well, I think it kept me alive because it was almost to the point where I felt like I was actually going to die.
Well, I mean, are they helping your thyroid? Is your hypothyroidism going away?
No, they're just putting the hormone in me, so I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We want to work on your thyroid so you can make your own thyroid hormone. Gradually, as you apply these strategies we're talking about, you can gradually wean yourself off of Synthroid, which every pharmacist will tell you doesn't really work very well because it's hard to manufacture that pill. That's why they have to. Do you have to keep raising your dose or changing your dose on the Synthroid? That's typically
we've made a ton of adjustments along the way.
That's typically what happens. Typically what happens with Synthroid is they got to play around with the dose every time you go to the doctor because it's almost impossible to build this pill, to manufacture this pill. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And they're always going by the TSH level.
Right, not by necessarily how you feel. Listen, TSH is just a way doctors metricize you, put you in the computer, code you into the computer so that they can figure out what kind of protocol to use and how to bill you. That's what metrics do. That's what TSH does. That's what bone mineral density does. That's what all cholesterol levels, all these metrics, all these tests are simply ways to code you into the computer to figure out how to give you what kind of protocol you need and to bill you. All right, so Chuck, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
I was just going to say, so bottom line is, as I start implementing all these suggestions, then I could slowly reduce the dose and over time see how I'm doing. Okay.
Yes, as you get stronger, exactly.
Okay, now I do have another question. It's another subject, and I'll be quick. It's quite embarrassing, so I'm glad everybody doesn't see me right now.
Okay.
But no, it's I have this weird little bump. It's like a pea-sized bump, and it's right on the outside of my
private parts.
Yeah.
Your private part. You know what that is? That's interesting because doctors are mystified by that. I talked to a guy a couple of years ago who had that problem. Here's the deal. If you don't understand how the body works, you're not going to understand what the heck that little bump is from, right? What the heck is going on down there? What could be happening? If you don't understand the body, and unfortunately most doctors don't. So here's what you need to do. You need to recognize that if you zoom in with your X-ray vision into that part of your body, you're going to find lymphatic vessels. The lymphatic system is your sewage control system, your sewage system. You follow me? Have you heard that term, the lymph?
Yes, I have.
When you have bumps that are rising up from the bottom part of the skin upwards, not skin problems, but you know what I'm talking about, how it rises up from the inside, rises up towards the top? You're dealing with a lymphatic issue, a sewage issue, a molecular sewage issue. Molecular sewage builds up over the course of time as we have this digestive toxicity entering into the bloodstream. You follow me? It's the same problem. So everything I told you about with the digestive tract and the probiotics and food diary, eliminating problem foods, all of this will help. Consider it a lymphatic issue. Do you know what I mean when I say that, Chuck? The lymph, the circulatory system, the vessels of sewage, if you will. That's graphic and it's kind of gross, but it's molecular sewage is starting to clog up. It's like basically, it's like if you had with kids, they'll do tonsillectomies when this happens. The tonsils are part of the lymph system, the sewage system. You're looking at an issue, a lymphatic issue in that part of the body, and basically it's a toxicity issue. So focus on the gut, build the digestive lining, eliminate problem foods, all the things we talked about. Same deal. As you work on your thyroid, you'll help that problem as well.
And we have a rebounder, too, so I'm going to be bouncing.
That's another one, yes. Moving the body. Absolutely. Deep breathing is another way to move the lymphatic vessels. The lymph doesn't have a pump like the heart. The lymph requires you to be the pump, and that's why exercise is so important, moving the body around. Get on that rebounder. Good deal, Chuck.
And I've been wanting to not go to the doctor because the first thing they want to do is cut it out. And then
they can't.
Whatever,
Isn't that ridiculous? They'll cut it out. It's the most idiot. I don't want to get mad. Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you so much.
Take care, buddy. Bye bye. All right, Julie, you wanna answer our question here? What's going on? Got Julie?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Julie. What's up? First alpha hydroxy acid product.
My guess is Avon was the first one.
You are a sharp cookie. What was it called?
Don't
worry about it.
They just say that they were the first one that did it.
They were the first one who did it. Send me an email, ben@ksco.com, ben@ksco.com, and I'll send you out what do you want? My Truth Serum, Truth Balm, or the Omega-6 Healing Cream? Why don't you get on the website?
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, get on the website. Tell me what you want, and I'm going to send you, and I'll send you a jar of it, and I'll do it on me. And make sure you put your address. Put in the subject heading, Julie. Actually, put your phone number there so we can talk on the phone. Okay?
Okay. Is at KOC?
No. Ben@ksco.com. K for King, S for Sam, C for Cat, O for Oscar. Make sure you put Julie from Alabama, and put your phone number. We'll have a conversation. Thanks, Julie. I want to get a couple more calls in here. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Dan in Nebraska. We only have about a minute, Dan, so we'll have to go quickly here.
Hi there, Will. I wanted to thank you again for God is Always Hiring, that book you sent us, and that was really wonderful.
Isn't that a neat book?
Yeah, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
I was calling today because I've got some tendon issues. My shoulder, in the front of my shoulder, at the frontmost point of my shoulder, it kind of radiates out pain. I use my bicep muscle. It goes down to the bicep to the elbow.
Are you working out? Are you doing any exercises or anything?
I had been, but I had to stop.
Okay.
And then I have a wrist. My wrist is very painful.
Okay. Sounds like you're starting to dissolve there, Dan, in Nebraska. How old are you, man?
I'm only 47, sir.
You're a youngster, so that's good news. All right, there's the music. So I'm going to give you some ideas, all right? It's an inflammatory problem, and as the inflammation accrues, you're not going to be able to build up. So you get this vicious downward cycle where inflammation causes a problem with building, causes more inflammation, causes a problem with building, etc. So number one, stop the stream of toxicity. That's the digestive system. Number two, get on the glucogel caps and the Healthy Start Pack. And then number three, start to use digestive support supplements. Digestive enzymes are awesome. Apple cider vinegar with your enzymes. And then take some enzymes on an empty stomach. They've got anti-inflammatory properties. Don't forget the bone soup. And always do vitamin C with your building supplements. Vitamin C is important. It's the rate-limiting step, as they say, the activator for building connective tissue. So many more things you could do, Dan. That'll give you a start, and thanks for your call. Appreciate it. That's all the time we have for today. We'll be back at you tomorrow. We'll talk more skin health, and we'll talk some probiotics as well. Thanks for listening, friends. Have an awesome, spectacular, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Farmers keep their livestock lean and healthy with a mineral-rich diet. Before market, they cut off minerals, leaving them to crave high-calorie grains. If weight control is this easy, why prescribe surgery for humans? Avoid 900 different diseases by getting 90 essential nutrients. Check out sonsoflibertyteam.com, order your Healthy Start Pack, and get your 90 for life, or call 855-301-TEAM. Essential, not optional. 90 for life at sonsoflibertyteam.com or 855-301-TEAM. That's 855-301-TEAM.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
All loans subject to on-deck score approval must be in business at least 1 year to apply. Attention small business owners needing financing. Are you too busy running your business to deal with the slow lending process of your bank? Are you frustrated at the paperwork and delays just trying to get a decision? Then you need OnDeck, the A+ Better Business Bureau rated small business experts, where our simple application process takes as little as 10 minutes and funding could be available in just 1 business day. At OnDeck, we focus on your business operation and cash flow, not just your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with loans of up to $250,000. True business loans, not credit card advances. OnDeck provides financing to a wide variety of small businesses like restaurants, plumbing, landscaping, freight trucking, and healthcare providers. If you're frustrated with the paperwork and long decision times of traditional lenders, contact OnDeck. Funding could be available in just 1 business day. OnDeck is publicly listed on the New York Stock Exchange and has provided over $2 billion to small businesses like yours. So go to OnDeckLending.com today or call 800-293-6819. That's 800-293-6819.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.